ahead and see this look that I just did, go ahead and stay tuned. Today I actually just did my makeup. I was supposed to go out tonight and I didn't end up going, but I thought I would at least record my makeup I was gonna do for tonight. So if you want to see this look, go ahead and stay watching. Alright guys, so here I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm using the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation, which is in the color Medium 3 Stromboli. And that happened. Holy fuck. Did you guys just see that? Can't believe that ever happened. Yep. Well, here I'm also going to apply the Wet n Wild foundation. I forgot the color. I think it's golden beige. And that one I like to mix with my NARS All Day Luminous because it just gives like that perfect finish, that perfect blend, and obviously like the perfect color for me. Of course, it's going to look a little bit different on camera than what I can see in person. But hey, now I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer, and I'm applying the lightest shade in the Morphe concealer. It's the shade Sand, but who knows me knows I like to be a little bit extra. So I'm applying that on all the highlight points of my face, under the eyes, the nose, the forehead, cupid's bow, and my chin. And then we're just going to go ahead and blend all of that out so I don't look the way I do anymore. I would say it is kind of tribal, but not a look I want to look like during the day. As you can see, I'm just kind of jamming to my own music. But the key is to kind of just blend everything into your foundation as well. Of course, you don't want any harsh lines. So after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab this Craftobian palette, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a contour shade, and that's what you see me doing here. I'm applying the contour shade that I chose along my forehead, and that's going to help make my face look a little bit more bronze, but also my forehead not to appear as round. Then I'm going to apply it, of course, on my contour area for the cheeks. This is going to make my cheekbones appear a little bit more than they already do because I do have really round cheeks. And on my jawline, trying to hide that extra on the bottom of there. On my nose, I don't really contour my nose too much. I just try to, you know, straighten it out just a tiny bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out as you see. And I'm trying to blend everything as much as I possibly can just because I don't want it to be such a big difference. Now I use a brush to blend out the contour on my cheeks just because I feel it works a little bit better. And here I'm using a dual fiber brush, which is a brush that has natural bristles as well as synthetic bristles. Now here comes the point of baking. Baking is going to help set not only your concealer and contour shade, but it's going to go ahead and make your concealer not crease and help everything stay a little bit longer, as well as applying on the nose, cupid's bow, chin, and my smile lines so I don't get super oily in those areas and my makeup doesn't crack. Now what I'm grabbing is a contour shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm using a regular MAC 129 brush. I'm going to apply the contour shade obviously all over the contour areas that I already have. Now I do like to have my contour, bronzer, whatever you want to call it, look a little bit more intense. So I do add a shade, a darker shade on top of that. That's going to not only help set it, but, you know, make it a little bit more intense. And I'm just applying it to, you know, my cheek area, and voila, look at the difference. So now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and blend everything out. So I'm grabbing a brush that's going to blend out the translucent powder that I had, which the translucent powder I applied was a Mercy A. Now I'm getting one of the light shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and just applying it on my lighter areas, and also to try to chisel out the contour. Here I'm grabbing just a regular Morphe, I believe it's an E53 brush, and I'm applying a face powder from Makeup Forever, which is the Duo Matte, and I'm applying that all over the areas I applied powder to blend it out. Here I have my blush, which my blush is from MAC, and I believe it's Margin from MAC. Now I'm not going to leave my eyebrows looking crazy, so I went ahead and I cleaned them up off of camera because I just looked incredibly hilarious trying to clean them up. And now and by the way, I applied it all the way down to my eye base, my eyeshadow, and then I set it with the translucent powder. Here's my favorite palette, which is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go ahead and apply a transition shade. The transition shade I added was like a really light orangey, applying it to the other side as well. This is going to help all my eyeshadow blend. Now I'm adding a deeper orange into the crease just to kind of create some depth. Here I'm adding an even deeper orangey reddish shade again to the crease, and now I'm adding a really like burnt orangey red shade. And this is all going to add depth and dimension. I'm just sweeping off the excess from under the eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and carve out my crease. All I'm using is the same concealer in the shade Sand that I used for my under eye. And I'm going to go ahead and just use this synthetic brush from Morphe to carve that out. Here I'm just patting it all in so it doesn't crease. Now I went ahead and I grabbed a like pinkish shimmery shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and applying that all over the area that I carved out. Oh, and I also sprayed it with a little bit of Fix Plus, or not Fix Plus, I'm sorry, the setting spray from Morphe. As you can see, it's really intense. And I did add a few layers, guys, so don't be afraid to add more than 2 layers just to intensify it. Here I'm just blending in the line for the shimmer shade and a darker brown shade. Now I'm applying a shadow to the lower lash line just to kind of blend everything out, and it's some of the same shades from the lid. And I'm just going to add a darker shade each time to intensify it. I'm not perfect with it, so that's fine, guys. Here I'm applying some lashes. Now the lashes I applied, I believe, you know what, I'm not even going to say the name because I don't even remember exactly where they're from. And also, as you can see, my eyeshadow is a little bit more shimmery, and that is because I added glitter. If you want to see how I added the glitter, please say it down in the comments below and I'll make a video showing you. What a difference lashes make, huh? Now here I already lined my lips with a shade from Kat Von D, a lip liner from Kat Von D. Don't know the name of it, I'll give it to you guys after. And I'm applying the liquid lipstick also from Kat Von D in Bow and Arrow right on top. This is one of my favorite like nude shades from her liquid lipstick collection. And that is pretty much the entire look, guys.